Okay, let's do an overview of Surviving R. Kelly Part 2, The Reckoning. Tiffany Hawkins said that she recruited 6 girls for R. Kelly and watched him interact with all 6 girls before she was ever sexually active with him. She also said that she wasn't sexually attracted to R. Kelly, but yet she moved in with him and continued to have sexual encounters with him over a year. Javante also recruited girls for R. Kelly, but she claimed she never had sex with R. Kelly. I don't believe that. So my guess is Tiffany Hawkins tried to kill herself because she was scorned. R. Kelly didn't want her the way she wanted him. R. Kelly didn't want her the way she thought he wanted her. He only wanted her for sex. And once she realized that, it broke her heart. Tiffany Hawkins' story brings me to Jerhonda Pace's suicide pact story. Jerhonda Pace said, if something was to ever happen to R. Kelly, if he get hurt or go to jail, R. Kelly told her that they were supposed to kill themselves. Lies. Who is they? So my thing about that is she came up with that story after studying Tiffany Hawkins' story and knowing that Azriel Clary attempted suicide once. Although Azriel's attempt had nothing to do with R. Kelly. Jerhonda is just saying all those things about R. Kelly and the suicide pact, in my opinion, to make this R. Kelly thing sound more negative against R. Kelly. That's what made Angelo Clary turn against Jerhonda Pace. Him, Azriel, and Jocelyn debunked that false narrative about the suicide pact. Plus, she hasn't spoken to or been around R. Kelly since she sued R. Kelly years ago. That girl don't know what R. Kelly got going on nowadays. So that's a lie. Another lie coming from her. Because she's told so many. Okay, the hairdresser stated that R. Kelly sexually assaulted her. She says she was forced or almost forced to give him fellatio. She says that R. Kelly pulled her head down toward his private part and pulled on himself until he ejaculated on her Tommy Hilfiger shirt. Okay. Then she said there was a knock on the door, and then she was ordered to go wash up. She went to the bathroom and washed up on a floral towel. She said she told the police, but nothing was done about it. I am trying my best not to laugh because these are some outrageous lies. They don't even make sense. How so? If all that happened to her, if the police did nothing about it, how so? How did she reach a settlement of $250,000 if nothing was done about it? The thing about that is, most of the women have already sued and settled out of court with R. Kelly, and the ones that haven't are trying to. Nearly Every case that Gloria Allred has tried, she lost. Michael Avenatti still has a criminal case pending with Nike. Jerronda Pace's mother has yet to come forward to defend her daughter. Dame Dash started dating Aaliyah shortly after R. Kelly, so he's no better than R. Kelly because he's 4 years younger than R. Kelly. He was still too old to be messing with Aaliyah. Darrell McDavid and Demetrius Smith assisted R. Kelly in marrying Aaliyah. Darrell McDavid and Milton Brown also helped R. Kelly stash child porn. If ain't nobody else gonna say it, let me be the first. R. Kelly mama was trash. I get them trying to defend their mama. You know, when they speak on their mama. I get that. And the reason that they're doing it is simply because she's their mother. But at the end of the day, she was trash. Her legacy is trash. And I believe that R. Kelly believes that too. He just tries his best to respect her when he speak about her. Because Carrie has told us his mother still has no tombstone on her grave. But my thing about that is, if you cared so much about your mother, why haven't you done it? Why hasn't Bruce done it? And Bruce still in jail. His mother is trash to me. Well, their mother is trash to me because here's the thing. Her children were being molested in her home and by the neighborhood predator, Mr. Henry. And she did nothing about it. When she had the opportunity to do something about it, she took a bribe. And y'all wonder where R. Kelly get all these settlements from? His generational curse from his mama. She took a bribe when it had something to do with her kids. So R. Kelly has that mentality when it has something to do with him. In all of R. Kelly cases up until now, he settled out of court. And y'all gave Dominique Gardner, Azriel Clary, and Joycelyn Savage passes. A lot of people are still giving those girls passes. But I told y'all, just like Dominique came forward, Azriel Clary and Joycelyn Savage is next. Dominique Gardner said R. Kelly abused her mentally and physically for 9 years. How so? She met him through Jerronda Pace. Dominique Gardner and Jerronda Pace had a teenage love affair going on when they first met R. Kelly. It was so deep between them. Jerronda Pace got Dominique Gardner's name tattooed on her leg. So, my thing is, if he was abusing you, why you did nothing to help yourself until now? Because see, most of these people that are coming forward now is because of the Savages. If it wasn't for the Savages, they would still be with R. Kelly. Well, Dominique Gardner would. And according to Azriel Clary and Joycelyn Savage, They still with R. Kelly. They just sitting around waiting on R. Kelly to get out of jail. So if it wasn't for the Savages, Dominique would still be with R. Kelly, right? My thing is, if he was so abusive, why did you keep going back? And why are you saying so much now? You know, her mama always says she's her daughter's keeper, right? But if your daughter was getting abused for 9 years, you did nothing about it. She did nothing about it. I'm going to tell y'all, I believe some of the stuff that these girls are saying or these people are saying about R. Kelly, but not everything. Here's my thing. All these girls claim that R. Kelly mentally, verbally, and physically abused them, right? And according to them, in so many words, they're saying that it wasn't a problem until somebody told them it was a problem. And that's the part that's hard for me to believe. Somebody physically, mentally, and verbally abusing you, and you don't know what's going on until somebody told you. But yet, most of these girls manage to settle out of court for $250,000 because that's what Jerronda Pace settled for too. And the thing about Jerronda Pace is she plotted on R. Kelly. Her entire situation with R. Kelly was a plot from beginning to end. She went to that trial and saw what was going on. She read what was going on. She heard what was going on. So she developed her own relationship with R. Kelly so that she can get paid. Dominique Garner said that R. Kelly locked her in a tour van for a week and a half. And one of his assistants had to sneak her food because she would go without food. And the longest she went without food was a week and a half. Girl, why you just didn't get out the van and leave or call for help? See, that doesn't make sense to me. You've been out here on this tour bus for a week and a half. The assistant knows that you're out here. The assistant is sneaking you food. It didn't dawn on you or register to you not once in your mind to tell this assistant to help you get away? To help you leave? To help you call for help? That don't make sense to me. And apparently this was way before her mom rescued her in 2019. This was years ago. So I'm not understanding how these girls that have so much sense didn't want to help themselves or did nothing or little to nothing to help themselves when the actual verbal, physical, and emotional abuse was going on. You stayed. And in Dominique's case, she left several times and went back. And I'm still not understanding the parents, the Savages, and the Clarys. Angelo Clary is saying that he won't stop until his daughter is home. Stop what? R. Kelly is in jail. What's stopping Azriel and Jocelyn from returning home? R. Kelly has been in jail for months. And Faith Rogers, oh my God. So she have seizures and got herpes? I don't get her either because her parents are the holier than thou type, right? So they said that they encountered some stalkers or some people that were harassing them in R. Kelly's defense and threatening to put out sexual or explicit photos and videos of Faith Rogers if she don't back down. And they told the people, do what you gonna do. And when they did whatever they did, which was expose them all over the internet, all of a sudden they're afraid for their life. Y'all, help me make it make sense. Because I just don't understand this. They're holier than thou, and they claiming that their daughter is holier than thou, but she's sending sex texts, photos, and videos through the airways. And on the other hand, she says that R. Kelly manipulated her into having sex with him. She didn't want to. She did it because she felt like she had to. So, when you were sending the sex texts, videos, and pictures, that means you were nowhere around him. How did he force you to do that? Then they had two white girls, they sisters. They are on the documentary defending R. Kelly. They said that they were all for surviving the lies. But my thing about this is the people that assisted R. Kelly are the same people that are now snitching on R. Kelly. Basically, the people that helped him at one time and are now against him, and some that are now defending him and claim that they have always defended him, are still slick stabbing him in the back. So basically what they're showing us in this third documentary, because it's not the second. The first documentary was Surviving R. Kelly. Then they had Surviving R. Kelly, The Impact. And now we have Surviving R. Kelly Part 2, The Reckoning. That's 3 parts. My thing is, nobody is new except Faith Rogers. Everybody else, the women that's involved, they have already settled out of court with R. Kelly years ago. And it appears to me that they didn't get R. Kelly the first time during that first trial, but now they're trying to get him now during his second trial amongst all these allegations. But the thing about that is all the allegations are just as old, except Faith Rogers, Azriel Clary, and Joycelyn Savage. And according to Joycelyn Savage, there are no allegations. And don't let me leave out Dominique Gardner. And according to Dominique Gardner, at one point, there were no allegations. But all of a sudden, there's these new allegations with Faith Rogers and Dominique Gardner. Because Joycelyn Savage and Azriel Clary, according to what they put out in the media, they're still teen Kels. So basically, Faith Rogers and Dominique Gardner are trying to get paid through a civil suit. Because if they find R. Kelly guilty and he's sentenced due to all these allegations, that means he would have to do some jail time, and they will be able, Dominique Gardner and Faith Rogers will be able to sue him civilly, and win. Oh, and don't let me leave out Lizette Martinez. She never sued R. Kelly. So she's also looking to get paid through a civil suit. This entire scandal is a mess.